World War II changed Miami Beach from an island tourist mecca into a military base. Even before the U.S. entered the war, Miami residents could see the conflict playing out just off the coast as British and German ships confronted each other in the busy coastal shipping lanes.
Sometime late 1939, early 1940, I remember standing on the beach, and way off in the distance was a small battle that took place between a British warship and a German merchantman. But it still didn't dawn on me about the war in Europe.
The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor forced the United States into the war. 1 week later, 5 German submarines left their secret bases in France, their course set for the U.S. coast. In 2 weeks, the subs were within sight of land. The Germans were surprised to see the bright lights of coastal cities clearly silhouetting passing ships.
I knew the war really came home when, on several times, we watched tankers burning off the coastline. I remember seeing floating life jackets and full of tar and debris from ships.
There were German U-boats off the coast here, but I remember my parents went to the Roni Plaza as Civil Air Patrol. They were part of the Civil Air Patrol, they called it. They were basically looking for unusual lights that were off the coast.
And then Miami Beach became a major military training base.
One day we were told, you're going to see traffic stop and we're going to see soldiers marching up and down Washington and Collins, and all the hotels were converted. You couldn't come and visit in the winter months.
The tourist hotels were made into barracks and classrooms, and the beach was used for training and physical workouts. The whole island was a military zone.
I remember that impact of the war, and Beach High particularly, we would go out and we would collect old tires. The girls would go out and collect bundles and bundles of clothing for, I guess, eventual shipment to Europe.
I was 5 when the war started and 9 when it ended. So my whole life was nothing but war. That's all I knew. I thought that was the way things were.
Starting in 1942, not only were there U.S. soldiers everywhere, there were also camps with hundreds of Italian and German prisoners of war.
And then one day there were German prisoners here and Italian prisoners. You could tell the difference between the two because they marched in step and they just looked very professional. The Italians were very easygoing and friendly.
I remember my sister and I were listening to the radio. My parents had gone out for the evening. We were listening to the radio and it came out that the war was over. And we literally danced around the radio. The war is over, the war is over, the war is over. You know, it was just a jubilant time.
For many older Miami Beach residents, the memories of the war are still very real.